Hello everybody, happy Thursday. Good to see you all. And yes, I do see you all. Some of your choices in clothes are excellent. The robes you're wearing, just laying on the couch wearing a robe going, you know what, I don't need to do anything today. But that's not necessarily true. Tomorrow is National Shutdown Day tomorrow. That's the day to be in a robe. And since it's Friday and that's when I normally do my rambling show, I'm thinking, do I not need, I'm going to shit on myself. Should I do a rambling show or should I be part of the national shutdown? If I do a rambling show, I think it's going to be fun. Well, I hope they're all fun. But I think it's going to be no politics. I think it's going to be space or something. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. Please make your 5 calls. Please, please, please. You know, and in the 5 calls that you make, hey, sometimes just thank them. Thanks for standing up. Thanks for doing your job. And then for the ones that aren't, what the hell are you doing? All right. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. Settle things in. I want to pull from the Healing Waters Oracle deck. This was, I did actually pull this out of my box of cards. The other card that I put away was Return of Spirit. And I go, what is it? And I just thought of this as I was putting it away. What am I doing to keep my spirit, my true spirit, from returning to me? Oh, that's an easy question. That's easy. So I just put the box away and I didn't look at it. Yeah, I'm going to hear about that later. Say hello to Psychic Duck, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello. Psychic Duck, floating in my water. All right, here we go. Healing Waters Oracle. Okay. I don't know if this is right or not. Metamorphosis. Holy crap. Embrace transformation. Things are now different. That's what I was getting when I was from Psychic Duck, but that's what I was getting from the Return of Spirit. We are in such a shift, a change. Hang on. Okay, we are in such, I had to shut my phone off. Somebody goes, I like it when your phone dings. It's kind of like an exclamation point to what you're saying. And that time it was like an exclamation point. It was pretty cool. Is my video acting up again? Oh boy. Embrace transformation. So we can feel this. The divine feminine and the divine masculine, they're out of balance. The masculine is just so overweighted now. It's so like in your face, that type of stuff. And we see it with ice. Clearly. And there's so many other places too. Anyway. As we blend this energy together of female masculine, and I've been getting such hits on this, and there is going to be a big energy vortex that's happening in February 17th with the solar eclipse, the new moon, and Fire horse, feels like a dragon. And we're going to look into that energy as it gets closer. And then in March, there's so much energy that is transforming us, and we are in a metamorphosis. It's tough. It's tough. So I don't know what to say, except it's tough. Metamorphosis. What else do you have to? Things are different now. What do they say? No shit, Sherlock. Ride the waves. Life, lessons, and growth. Ride the waves. I'm just going to leave it there, because we are in this metamorphosis. We do need to roll with it. We need to work with the ebb and flow of this metamorphosis, however it's working out for us. And take a deep breath. Did I say that? Take a deep breath. Caution though, do not take a deep breath if the wave pushes you underwater. Hold your breath then. Breathe above water, unless you're a trained diver and then you can breathe underwater. Or you're an alien. It could be. Or a duck. No, Psychic Duck said no. Ducks do not breathe underwater. They blow bubbles, but we won't go there. All right. So let's politics now for you guys who want to leave, go away. I'm going to try to keep it light as I can in this metamorphosis. Ice, baby. And then Nicki Minaj comes back. So, okay, sorry. My thought process on Ice Baby. For New Year's Eve, that guy Vanilla Ice does his Mar-a-Lago thing on New Year's Eve, and he sings Ice Baby, which is like, holy crap. Trump is just living in the past all the time. I mean, YMCA and Ice Baby. And then Nicki Minaj, well, she is this rapper from I don't know where she's from. But she goes out, Trump's my favorite guy. The reason she needs to get her U.S. citizenship, I think she bought one of those stupid-ass gold cards. Oh, good Lord. Anyway. Whatever. And then she has a new album out. So she's in the news. She's got a new album out. We'll see how that goes. Also, how about Melania's movie? How many thumbs up can you get? No thumbs. All right. Let's move on. Tom Homan. That's where I was going with this. Tom Homan. So the other guy, the little Nazi-looking guy with his jacket, he's gone, supposedly, and Tom Homan came in. I didn't know this. Tom Homan worked under 6 different presidents. And so he's been part of, the immigration challenges we have. That was a nice way to put it. And he's just like gone off the rails a little bit right now. And so I go, okay, so Tom Homan is going into Minneapolis. And my big question is, where are the Epstein files? That's what I want to ask Tom Homan. Mr. Homan, where are the Epstein files? So, little circle. This whole ICE distraction is where are the Epstein files. Now, it went a little off the rails a lot with Alex and Ms. Good. That wasn't part of the plan of diversion, but this whole ICE thing, getting them in there, I think, my opinion only, is a big part of the diversion of the Epstein files. How many days? I was looking. I wanted AI. I want do something useful for me, AI. I mean, I think it's kind of cool for medical stuff. Still double check, triple check. I also think it's good for thumbnails on YouTube channels. And so I said, hey, AI, can you make me an Epstein clock? Like, when are they... Excuse me. Oh, when are they going to release, or how long has it been? You know, they have the doomsday clock, and the doomsday clock, holy crap. It was so serious. They opened up the doomsday clock. We are 37, I don't know what it is. Whew, had a little sneezing fit. Anyway, doomsday clock. I don't know what the time is. It doesn't really matter. Why? Because we are in a metamorphosis. And if you talk to Dr. Gale, well, we did a show when she talked about Earth, and it doesn't matter. Nonetheless, it is a wake-up call. We need to take care of each other, of the planet, we are all tied together. We are all on this web of creation. All right, so I'm going to throw some cards, though. 13 minutes in. So I want to look at Homan and Ice, and if it's going to be as volatile as... I mean, the rhetoric seems to be changing. There's still some on the right that I just go, what? And, you know, you can have your point of view, but I sure would like to have some compassion in the point of view. And maybe that's the question. Latinas for Trump. Another thing that is just mind-boggling to me. Nicki Minaj for Trump, Latinas for Trump, Latinos for Trump. I don't get it. Maybe it's because I'm a white dude with long hair and my time has passed. I don't know. I don't get it. How can you be... Rubio, I don't get him. Did you see how much water he drank? One of the late night comedy shows, which, again, I still can't... At that point in time, I've heard too much, and I'm really trying to stay away from the news. I'm trying just to read it, like on some news feed, whatever it is, either Google or Yahoo, and then I double check it, and it gets too much. But did I tell you this is for entertainment only, my opinion only? The only person that's really talking truth here is the duck. So, I forgot what I was saying. I was rambling. All right, let's look at Homan. Oh, yeah, it was immigrants for Trump. I don't get it. And now they're saying this isn't what we voted for. Hello? Did you read Project 2025? Did you read it? Well, no, he didn't. Why didn't you? You're voting for this. Oy, 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 oy. Going through a metamorphosis here. Breathe. All right. All right, let's see. Homan, is you... Hey, Homan, is you going... That's coming from my hillbilly brother. Hey, Homan, what? Is you going to be as bad as... Who was the other guy? Bovino? And Dan Bongino, he's out and he's speaking up. Good Lord, compassion. Grow some hair, grow some compassion. That's what I say. All right. Is Homan, is it going to be, is the incendiary actions on the streets going to be tampered down with Homan? I think he's already come out and said, don't engage in the protesters. Just tell them what you want. I'm like, yeah, okay. But don't engage with them. I think I read that. Homan, is it going to get worse or better under your I don't even know what, reign of terror. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords. Well, this gives me hope. This is a female, hopefully has compassion in her wielding of justice, hopefully. Knight of Swords. I don't like the two swords deck. This is, to me, a little more of unhinged action with this Knight of Swords. We have the Hermit getting quiet with things, so hopefully settling it down. Two of Coins, balancing projects, moving on. I wish it was the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer waters. But these two horses, very strong, going in different directions. So who's ever driving the chariot needs to rein them in. And if that is Homan trying to rein in these two sides of ice and peaceful protesters, I don't know. Can I just tell you, I just love it when this card shows up. For those of you who have been following me for a long time, that's my Kamala card. It's a Kamala card. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you can't see it. Whoop. There you go. Calm Allah card. So this, when I first got this card, I go, female Queen of Swords. She's going to use her sword of truth, hopefully in a Kamala way, and then we get this. Have I said it enough? I love that card. All right, we have the Wish card. Nine of Cups. Internally, that's what we want for us long-haired hippie people. Externally, magic. The Magician. The Magician. When I flip this over, I go, we, the people, are more powerful than that guy. We have the magic. Full illumination, sun. Yes. Oh. You know when I said I wish that was the Six of Swords moving on to calmer waters? Well, the second best card you can get is going back to a simpler time. Going back to an innocence. Now, certainly I wouldn't throw that card thinking of Tom Homan. I just wouldn't. But the energy of this, it's got world implications to it. And the Three of Pentacles, which, so a lot of times with this Three of Pentacles, it could be a Russian influence with it. Dark money. But here in this deck, it doesn't feel like that, even though it could be Russia world going back to a simpler time. You know, these clarifying cards of what this simpler time means. We are in such a divisive place in the world that we need to go back to a simpler time, an innocence of letting people move in between borders. There shouldn't, in my opinion, and I get pushback on this, don't tell me I'm wrong on this, it's just my opinion, okay? You can put your opinion in there and you can go, and my opinion is blah, blah, blah. my opinion, there should be no borders. We should respect everything. Yeah, and when you take it to the extreme, you should open your house up. I'm not ready to be there yet because I grew up in a very capitalistic society. I have to let that go. But wouldn't it be great that if everybody had homes? Oh, and you didn't have a home? Come on in. Oh, somebody needs some food? Come on in. Wouldn't that be great? Very idealistic. I get it. Look at my hair. Very idealistic. I'm a hippie at heart. Even my hillbilly brother goes, yeah, we shouldn't have borders. My hillbilly brother. So, going back to a simpler time, the whole world needs to kind of see this. And I think the world is looking at what's going on with how we are managing our military control of the streets and going, you need to go back together. And there's going to be who are the three people assisting in the world that's going to help this get out, get changed? I think Mark Carney is one of them. His speech in Davos was really powerful, along with Gavin Newsom's. And Mark Carney just opened up dialogue with China. They're getting BYO cars, that electric car company. It's called Build Your Own. And they're supposed to be phenomenal. I was like, I want one. I said that in a really whiny voice. I want one. I'll trade you a Lamborghini for a BYO. Anyway, so he is opening up to China. There's also a lot of other nations that are shifting gears and building new trade alliances with China and other nations and excluding the U.S. So when I look at that, I want to look at the U.S. business leaders. Are they going, we need a shift? How do U.S. business leaders see Pumpkinhead's America First? How do the business leaders see Pumpkinhead's America First, shutting out trade, all these tariffs? What do they think of it? For their business. So we have the Knight of Wands. Let me drop it down. You can see what I'm flipping. Knight of Wands being challenged by the King of Wands. A lot of information coming out. So this Knight of Wands, it may have been, it's a younger information than the King. So it's like, well, let's just see where this goes. Let's just, I don't think he's going to get too crazy with it. And then they're going, hey, we're getting better information. We're getting wiser information on top of us. Yeah, let's just see where this stuff goes. We have the Six of Coins, giving and receiving. It's out of balance. Now, Pumpkinhead thinks that it's out of balance, so we're going to tariff people. But we need to rebalance what's going on here. That's what I'm getting with this. Five of Coins is the loss of what we have seen And what they are seeing with other countries going, okay, if you don't want to play with free and open trade, and if you want to capture ships on the high sea and stop that free trade, it's causing us a lot of loss. At the top of the reading, we get the Ace of Cups. New emotional start. Love me some cups because that's all compassion. New emotional start. And we get justice. They want justice. I'm going to just keep going. This is a great reading right now where it is. This is the future. And sometimes, the future is what we make it. It's not what happens to us. So, as we keep going, Two of Wands, they're at a crossroads. They've got to figure out what path they want to go on. It will come to fruition. Judgment, a release of something. I know what I want to release. Moving on to calmer waters. The Six of Pentacles. Let me see if I can adjust this a little better. Come on now. There you go. Thank you. Moving on to calmer waters. And the final outcome would be the government. The higher authority of things. Is this the Supreme Court saying, hey, come on, cut these tariffs out? King of Cups. It's my Joe Biden card. This King of Cups does not make me as happy as the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups just puts a smile on my face. That guy, he's pretty good too. But calming legal authority that brings some kind of calm energy to this king who's like overshadowing with tariffs and stuff. And we get a celebration. This Four of Wands, oftentimes a lot of people, especially in the Rider Waite, would say this is a celebration that has to do with marriage, and there was a big White House behind it. So it was kind of that. This is an updated version of the White House without the East Wing on it, I guess. Moving on. All right, where am I? 30 minutes and 10, 15. Let's look at Pumpkinhead. I have other things that I wanted to look at. Let me see. Canada, recent trade deal, I got that. Latinos for Trump. It's just, she said that we will lose the midterm because of the White House advisor, Stephen Miller. Oof. Another one of those Nazi guys. Oh, yeah. Okay. For entertainment only. Why do I have to say that? It's just my opinion. Entertainment only. That may get flagged. I don't know. I know some people are switching over to Substack to do their readings and stuff. I don't know. We are in a metamorphosis. Did I tell you that before? Metamorphosis. Let's look at Pumpkinhead. Oh, I did want to look at his Board of Peace versus the UN. Is Trump's Board of Peace, I hear yes, strengthening the United Nations? Is Trump's Board of Peace going to backfire and actually strengthen the United Nations? Because to me, whenever I felt about the United Nations, they were kind of good. They had good ideas, but there was no teeth to it. Do you hear? Alien dog. Alien. We got this dog a year and a half ago, I think. And it's finally training me. I thought it was a smart dog. I thought it would be able to train me in like a month, but no. Took a year for that dog to train me. Is the UN going to be stronger? Okay, I've shuffled enough, it said. Ten of Cups. That feels pretty strong. Ten of Cups. This is my Democratic card. It's comfort. It's security. It's happiness. That's what the UN wants. Security, happiness for all nations. That's the sword of truth. That's the sword of strength. Is the UN going to become stronger? So far, so good. Ooh. Spoke too soon. Four of Swords. Well, this is interesting because the Four of Swords, the old way, not so good. Didn't have any teeth. Didn't have the power that could go along with their ideals. Let me keep going with this. Loss, Three of Wands, watching the ship come in, and the Two of Coins. You know, nothing is yes or no. I was reviewing something on readings and going into a shamanic journey and asking questions. And what are the types of questions you can ask? And yes, no questions. They're not good to ask. It's like, what is the information I need to hear from this question, this situation? And a lot of times we're just supposed to be on the journey. And it's for our soul lessons. So this feels like one of those. However, it feels like the UN is going to become stronger because it is sick right now. There is a loss. And so when I look at this, I go, what's the emotional loss? And I think it might be Pumpkinhead leaving the UN, but it's a new path forward with this Three of Wands. And they're going to have to juggle things without the US for a little bit, but I think they're going to do it. They're walking a tightrope, and this is financial, this is money. So let's look really quickly. Pull these cards out. Let's look really quickly at the UN in a year's time. And in a year, if you guys can remind me what I said, UN in 1 year's time. State of the United Nations, the state of the world. And I just heard, when I said United Nations, it was United Planets. It was a united federation of planets. And I'm not a Star Trek guy. UN in a year. 3 cards. UN in a year. What can we expect? Secrets. The Moon card. Interesting that I said it's a federation of planets, and I get another planet in the tarot deck. The Moon. It's going to be a little wild. It's going to be a little crazy. How many people are going to flip out when they go, ooh, contact? ET contact. How many people are, you guys are crazy talking about ETs. Oh, but you got the, now is that a, okay. squirrel moment. This is a hillbilly moment. That thing there, is that a crayfish? Or is it a crawfish? Or is it a langosta? Or a lobster? It's not a langosta because langostas don't have pinchers. It could be a lobster, one of the Maine lobsters. Oh, speaking of Maine, yeah, here we go. Okay, coming out of the water. And this is tearing down old structures. When you look in the background of this deck, you see this, it's like a cathedral or something, but it's broken. It's being torn down. Oops. I should pull that out. We got that card before. The juggling, fixing things, walking a tightrope. In 1 year, we got a new truth. Okay, and what was the card that was underneath that I should have pulled? Or that they wanted me to pull? It's the Seven of Coins. This is a harvesting. This is it's not a rebuilding, but it's looking at what the seeds that we planted to, and we are doing some of the harvesting. So, as we walk this tightrope and balance priorities, there's something big that is going to shift things. We got the Moon card and the Ace of Wands. Let's see, can we pull a little more information of what is coming out of the water and what is the big stick that's coming that is going to be present in a year? Finances, Sword of Truth, Ace of Swords, that's the Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and the Two of Wands. Something coming to fruition. There is something that is this Two of Wands, it goes back to a lot of these prophecies that we have been having, or that are coming into our awareness. The prophecies of two paths. You can stay in fear, you can stay in love and hope and joy. Or fear and destruction. And we need to make that decision where we're going to stay. Stay in our heart space. Stay in love. Don't think too much up here. Think with our heart. Okay. What else was I going to read on it? Oh, Pumpkinhead. Should I use my Halloween deck? Pause. Halloween deck. Pumpkinhead in the Halloween deck. So for those of you who are new, what? Are you new? My reference for the 45th felony president, because I know that the last elections were stolen. Oh, we do have election news down in Georgia with the FBI raiding Georgia. I think it is just another distraction of the Epstein case. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Yeah, they're getting some information out, but what information hasn't already been leaked? They already have our Social Security, and they've already put that up in the cloud in an unsecured server from Doge. So again, I caution, pay attention to your bank accounts, new passwords, new I don't know, can I put money offshore? Can I go offshore? Okay. Mr. Pumpkinhead. Clearly, he's losing his mental faculties. They are so lost. He's not a well man. there was an article last week, I think in the Atlantic, where this guy actually, the reporter actually did get to talk to the doctors, and Stephen Miller told the reporter the title should be Trump's health. Trump is a Superman for health, or with his health or something. And that was the title. He did use the title, but the cartoon was a little less flattering, if I remember it right. I didn't read it. Let's just look at Pumpkinhead. And getting back to why I use Pumpkinhead for this, why I call him that, is because the Ace of Pumpkins is a jack-o'-lantern full of candy coming out of his head. He eats way too many pieces of sugar, and it gives him dementia. And that's not the only reason it gets, but it's crazy. Sugar is not your friend. All right, so for those who are not familiar with this deck, ooh, 10 of Ghosts. Pumpkins are Earth, Pentacles. Ghosts are Cups. Bats are Swords. And Imps are Wands, for those who want to translate. And for those who don't, play along. Pumpkinhead. Let's just look at his health. Pumpkinhead's health. Ooh, he's got the High Priestess right in the very beginning. Should we drop it down? Play along? If you got some cards you want to throw, what's going on with Pumpkinhead's health? Let's just do 6. My entertainment opinion is that he's about ready to fall down, and they keep propping him up with drugs. So his volatile back and forth is a lot due to the management of intake of certain medications. How is that? 3 of Ghosts, 3 of Cups. This is a celebration. Pumpkinhead's health. Ooh, my ear just started ringing. And I was going to say, who is that? Who is this celebration for? Us? Is he going to live, or is it going to be for the MAGA people? Is he going to live forever? I hear some of you retching right now. Sorry. Hope you didn't. Okay. Pumpkinhead's health. That's not a good card. It's the Tower moment. Oy, oy, oy. I mean, I like the imagery on this. So we got the king being knocked over by lightning. We got ghosts that go, yay, and they're falling off. Uh-oh, support team falling off. What else do we have here? The black cat. All these ghosts are screaming in the tower. And it's cup energy in the White House. It seems like in the castle. So the people that are aligned with Mr. Pumpkinhead or aligned with these people, they are scared ghostless. I was going to use a different word. Scared ghostless. Because if he ends up unalive and there is a shift in, all these people are going to be prosecuted. One would hope. Christy Gnome. All right. In the past, as it relates, the Lover's card. This is the MAGA card, the MAGA faithful in the past. Right? In the past, as Dracula comes through the window, Pumpkinhead's health has world implications, overshadowing all of this. You got bats, that's not a bat, that's a lizard, the Lizard King. What was that song with the Doors about the Lizard King. Anyway, bats, lizard, scorpion, eel, zap. Pumpkinhead thinks he's happy, but that black cat is looking at him like, oh, you don't know. And we got Saturn planets coming. The Federation of Worlds once again shows up in this reading. And the potential near future is the Seven of Pumpkins. Okay, why did I go there? Which Pumpkinhead do we pull out today and show to the world? Which Pumpkinhead? So, I think, entertainment only, that there are clones out there. Some people say he's already gone. I don't sense that. Mentally, he's already gone. So depending on the Pumpkinhead that you pick, one Pumpkinhead go, oh no, he's no good for this. That Pumpkinhead's rotten. We got to pick another one that's a little fresher. It's got better, whatever. Six of Ghosts. Six of Ghosts. This is, the White House is angled, but it is going back to a more innocent time. We have the Empress here. This is a Russia card. This is also an abundance card. Trump. King of Ghosts. It's my Joe Biden card, but it feels like there's a secret that this king has. I mean, if you look at him, he looks like he's got a secret, doesn't he? This King of Ghosts. And the final outcome, Mr. Pumpkinhead, is Mr. Pumpkinhead. Well, that's redundant. Let's do a reading on Mr. Pumpkinhead. What's the final outcome of Mr. Pumpkinhead? Mr. Pumpkinhead. Lilies. What do white lilies represent? I think they use that for funerals or something. He's got the tower here. Let's keep going. A little clarifier. What does this card say? We have the Seven of Imps, Seven of Wands, defending oneself. This kind of reminds me of the Psycho movie with the crazy house up on the hill. Somebody's pointing to it. This guy's pointing to it. Ooh, and this is kind of a spy in the camp. Everybody else is dressed as wand energy, horned devilish people, except that little kid. Who is that guy? Who is that guy? Hey, what are you doing in here? Oh, that's at the base of it. And the final one is the Queen of Wands. New information coming. At the base of the reading, we have the Two of Cups coming together. We have the Knight of Backs coming forth with new information. Maybe overseas information with the Three of Wands. And again, someone's howling at the moon. Someone is howling at the moon. I think, here's that little langusta again. I think something's coming up. I need to look up lobster energy. What's lobster? What do lobsters mean in metaphysical land? There's a lot of molting with lobsters. Okay. Mr. Pumpkinhead. He's got the tower moment. Do I see him going? I'm not going there because the guy just, I don't know. But it feels like he's going. Feels like he's going. But the last card, the final card, how come he's still there? I think the Second Amendment thing with Alex Pretty, I think that has shooken some people up. Let's do one real quick, and then we'll go. Is this Second Amendment, I'm going to stick with these cards, is this Second Amendment thing that the administration kind of blew up on, where they said, you can't go into a protest with a gun. Well, personally, I don't think you should go in a protest with a gun. I don't think you should be carrying a gun. But he did have a legal, licensed gun that he had a permit to carry. And now the administration is saying, don't do that. That's the whole purpose of the Second Amendment. So, I could read on, will this bring about some new gun laws? Reasonable gun laws? I hope it will. What is going on with the Second Amendment and Mr. Pumpkinhead and his administration? Did they mess up big time with this? Or is it going to be something that just gets blown over, right? Let's see what we can. King of Bats, the sword card. The world, completion, finish. Ooh, the Emperor, upside down. I normally don't read upside down cards. The Emperor is upside down. We have the Seven of Bats, Seven of Swords, Spy in the Camp, people leaving. So this white, I think it's an onion head. This onion head comes into camp, takes some defenses away. Yeah, I think people are going to leave. At the top of the reading, we have the Four of Imps. It's good for us, I think. It's a celebration. And then we have the Ten of Wands, the burden. Aye, aye, aye. Yeah. He's losing some of his MAGA people. Look, one of those MAGA guys down here fell on his head. Yeah, he's losing it. At the base of the reading, we have Chariot. We have the Strength. We have the government all wrapped up, looking like a mummy, but it's starting to see. And we have the Tower. This Second Amendment, we may not really see it. I mean, okay, intuitively it feels like we're not going to see the magnitude of what just happened with the Second Amendment issue, but the cards say something totally different. Tower moment. Hierophant. Strength and Chariot. Huge, major arcana cards at the underlying foundation of this. Yeah. Okay, guys. Wow. Didn't mean to go this long. Thank you guys for watching. Maybe I'll be on tomorrow, but I may not be because it's shutdown day. So, Alien Dog saying, you'll be on. Okay, thank you all for watching. Peace and love.